Hi, this is Albert, and today I'm going to discuss a game where I almost lost to a person, and this person apparently cannot handle pressure when I try to counterattack. And let's just have a look. Nice horsey. So that was a 34 move game, and in that game, apparently my opponent actually can or could actually checkmate me, but then because I pressurize back, this person apparently sort of um, forget that there is an opportunity to end the game. So this person was pawnbooke, and let's just have a look at the game. I ended up winning with the checkmate, and apparently it is because I attack when actually I have to defend myself. Well, just have a look. So it started with e4. I was black, and then that person was white, and I replied with e5, and then bishop c4, knight to f6, d3, and b6. So it's a bishop's opening battle in defense. Next move was knight to f3, and I trying to be aggressive here, d5. So what did white do? It took d5 using its pawn, and I took it using my knight, which is knight takes d5. White knight takes e5, and I know that white will castle to the king side because it's empty now and there's no more pieces there. So I just move my bishop to b7, and it castled king side. And actually I make a lot of mistakes and blunders here, so let's have a look. Yeah, I should have castled here, but then I keep attacking on the king side of white, and yeah, white has to defend because of the psychological pressure. I should have castled here, but then I just, you know, don't want to castle, just keep moving, and I want to be aggressive here. So check, rook to e1 check, and I defended it wrongly, which is knight to e5. So there's an exchange in pieces, and I don't even have a chance to castle, but I keep in mind that I want to attack white king side, and I have my bishop fianchettoed at b7, and just have to find a way to attack. So white's queen goes to g4, and I attack the white's queen using knight goes to f6. It understands that I open the white diagonal of no main white diagonal, and it just wants to defend there, so just move back. I move my queen there to d4, trying to sort of hold back any movement of white's black square bishop. Knight goes to c3. I should have just taken the rook there, because if I take the rook, then if white took back using its queen, I can just move my rook at a8 to e8, and then White has to give the queen away, I suppose, because there will be a checkmate if I move my rook to e1, because white's king is actually under the 3 pawn and can't move anywhere. But I didn't take that rook. I just try to sort of move my pawn to a6, trying to hold any knight movement to b5. Bishop to e3, trying to kick my queen back. I just move back my queen to d7. Yeah, bishop to g5. I'm not sure what it's trying to do. If bishop took my knight at f6, I will just took back using my pawn at g7, and there will be an open file of g, and that will be dangerous for white because I can just move my rook to g8, and suddenly g2 will be under fire. I was trying to annoy using my rook goes to e8, and it's actually a mistake. So yeah, white double up the rook using to rook a goes to e1. I just took it, and then here, and the idea was I want to sort of weaken the g file of white, and queen took the rook that I just I positioned there, because and now it's actually it's a strong move because it's dangerous. Now because the queen is not there anymore, I was trying to attack g2 by moving my queen to c6, but this is actually a mistake. Of course, I have a checkmate. I can checkmate white in one, but then if white moves his queen to e7 check, I have nowhere to defend, but I have to move my king to g8, and then after that white can move the queen to d8, and then I have to close it using my knight, and then it's actually a checkmate in 2, so I cannot do anything else. But then because I pressurize white using this movement, which is queen goes to c6, and there will be a threat of queen takes g2, white actually is afraid. So white didn't take any of this opportunity to checkmate me in 2, basically. So it goes back. So probably the lesson here is the best attack is actually the best defense is actually a threat to or attack to your opponent. So it went back, and I just try to annoy white psychologically, because I'm just saying by this move is, hey, you don't really have any good control on the game. I just kick you all around, and then you cannot do anything. So it goes like b5, and this is basically just an annoying move to white, and white for black it still doesn't have any good plan to attack to checkmate, but I just annoy, and then just by moving a5, and then there will be a4, just to sort of shift the game focus to, because white basically can just move back its queen to e5, and then check me at e7, and then goes to d8, but I just try to annoy it. So yeah, a3, so the bishop can escape. Just move it here. Okay, so yeah, it's basically just trying to lose the concentration of my opponent. And then this one, h6. So like it's trying to annoy all the pieces, kick it back. So I have an opportunity to make an attack if white makes any blunder or mistake. So yep, white took here. Bishop takes my knight at f6, and then my pawn from g took f6. Now this is a mistake. So knight goes to e4. What's this actually doing here? I'm not sure, but I just continue with the idea of attacking the g2 pawn or the g file. So rook goes to g8 and knight f3. I move my queen here. Queen goes to e8. It is actually a blunder. It is a big mistake because white queen can just take f6. But my idea was like I was hoping for white to make mistake by making by taking the pawn at f6 using its knight, so I can take back the rook at e1 and checkmate. So what was actually yep. So yep, white actually is sort of is afraid of losing the defense now, but actually you should have just attack. So see, it's a waiting move. Queen goes to f4. What is this move for? I'm not sure. So what did I do? I just defend it. So rook goes to g6, and then white could actually could have taken pawn at c7, but it's already sort of give up on this attack from this side. So move its queen there, probably want to defend as well, and probably want to sort of defend its knight as well. But actually it's actually losing focus on the attack of my king. It forgot already because I sort of annoy psychologically. I annoy it. My queen goes back to c6. And see, it's f3. I'm not sure why it's actually doing this. G file is very weak at the moment already, and I just have to kick the knight back from its square, so I can take on f3 later on, because the pawn at g2 is pinned using the rook. So I just try to kick back f5. Knight goes there to g3, which is pretty good. Now just take this move, h5, trying to make trying to sort of make the knight goes even back further, and then try to kick the knight. My idea was h5 and then h4, or if the knight moves, basically white is actually very weak, because I am going to attack the pawn in front of the king. So queen goes to b4 check. It is actually not a good idea. I just can move it here. So king goes to g8, but it's actually a mistake. But see, apparently I can just move very easily here. And white took the bait. So it took the pawn at f5, and here comes the attack. Queen took f3, Actually, it suggested that I should have just taken using my rook there. So rook actually should have just taken g2. And then if king took back, I'll just check using my queen, and it doesn't have anywhere to go but goes back to its place, which is g1, and then queen goes to g2 checkmate. But then apparently there are so many ways to do this. So queen took f3, and then white still has the chance to make a threat of check. Knight goes to e7 check. I move my king to the safe place, which is h7, because this does not allow any more check from white to my king. Bishop d5, trying to attack my queen and trying to gain the control of the diagonal. I just took it. Now it is a checkmate in 1 for black, and white has to defend. How does it defend? It didn't. It took the... Basically white has already lost, I think, mentally, because actually it's actually winning pieces for me, but then it just didn't really take the opportunity to kill me. So checkmate. Okay, thank you for watching.